Have Coffee with Michelle is sponsored by Cincinnati Museum Center. As we close out this new year, it is time to reflect on one of the more popular Come Have Coffee episodes of 2023. And when you see it, you'll know why. It's been one of the most watched. Elizabeth Pierce is the president and CEO of the Cincinnati Museum Center. So many of our viewers had no idea she had been dealing with a health challenge that she took head on.
They walk in the front of the building and people lose their mind. They forget why they came because they're, oh, look at the building, and it just in amazed of it all.
I'm amazed at it all. You get to be a kid again and you learn something in the process.
So tell me, what is one thing that people may not know about you?
Some people might be surprised and some people may not be surprised, but I was captain of the cheerleading squad in high school. So, you know, some people are shocked by that and others are like, oh yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah. So what did you like about that?
You know, being full of energy and expressing that and encouraging other people to get engaged in the game. And I had a front row seat. Like, I can't sit in the stands at basketball games. Like, if I'm not on the floor, I'm not interested in going.
You know what strikes me about that, though? You are a cheerleader for the Cincinnati Museum Center.
Absolutely.
But there is more to Elizabeth's story. Her cancer diagnosis, her battle.
I did 6 months of chemotherapy, and that was tough. It was like a cycle of get the treatment, feel lousy, get a little energy back, go back in, get another treatment, feel lousy again. So just thinking about the ways in which we have an incredible community and being able to think about those projects that lie ahead really, you know, gave me something to gnaw on while I was feeling low. And I have two college-age boys and a husband and family that keep me energized with lots of sarcasm and inappropriate humor.
I won't even ask you about that. But you're an inspiration to a lot of women who are taking a similar journey. Any advice for them about how to get through this?
You know, I think for me, thinking about the things that you have control over is more important than worrying about all the things that are swirling around you. And clarity of thinking about that, you know, clarity over certainty. That was also our mantra as we were trying to work through the dynamics of COVID, and you know, every day there was another variable, and just getting the team to practice around clarity over certainty. Life is completely uncertain. Even in the best of times, life is uncertain, but what are you clear about? What are you clear about what you want to do with your job, with your relationships, with your travel plans, with, you know, any number of things.
And focus on that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I'm a big fan of the Stoics from a philosophical perspective. That's where I get that kind of idea of control what you have control over and don't worry about the rest of it.
And another thing that kept her going during her battle, her work, her passion project, this amazing place.
We're coming up on our 90th anniversary.
Yes.
And so it just gives me chills to sit here and talk to you about that, because so many people have a Union Terminal story, whether they have lived in this community or not, and to hear them and to collect them as we go around, that's inspiring.
It is something. It is a treasure. And so are you. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers to you, my friend.
And many thanks to Elizabeth for being so transparent and sharing her story, and for all that she has done for the Cincinnati Museum Center and for our community. By the way, I talked to Elizabeth just the other day. She's doing fine and looking forward to the new year, and so many great exhibits and projects happening at the Cincinnati Museum Center. So be sure to check them out. Coming up next time on Come Have Coffee, the first one of the new year. How about some words of wisdom and inspiration from Cincinnati icon Anthony Munoz? We know him from the Cincinnati Bengals, NFL Hall of Famer, and those furniture commercials, remember those? But he recently sat down with me to reflect on lessons learned, and there have been a lot. Words that we can all live by. That's coming up next time on Come Have Coffee. You may know their names, but how well do you really know Cincinnati's most prominent people? Come Have Coffee gives you a glimpse, a chance to get to know them a lot better. Find WCPO 9 everywhere you stream and search Come Have Coffee.